Fellas, in Uganda, the president, Yoweri Museveni, 81 years old, has been declared the governing party's candidate for the next presidential election.
I hope the whole membership of the NRM and its structures will support my candidature as the chairman of the NRM for the 2025-2031 period, and also as flag bearer for the NRM in the presidential contest.
Congratulations, pick up my coffee. Yeah, well, yeah, you gotta pick up my coffee. Yeah, we're just gonna find out from the Ugandans how they feel about that. But President Museveni is running for presidential election. It's going to happen again. Well, how long has he been in power? 40 years. Well, how have the 40 years been? You gotta ask yourself a question. Has it been good or bad? We need to see the good and the wrong. In acceptance speech, Museveni said he had responded to the call and, if elected, would press ahead with his mission to turn Uganda into a high middle income country.
The reason I accept and the NRM supports, I'm sure, are two. It is for two reasons. The economy has expanded 16 times since 1986, from US dollars 3.9 billion, according to the Ministry of Finance, to what it is now. This means that Uganda is now a lower middle income country.
So in other words, President Museveni says he's just responding to a call from his political party. So his political party has asked him to represent himself again as a president. It's not from his own choice. Now, for context, when did he become president? Yes, how old were you? That's quite a long time ago. That's when Mr. Museveni, he was young, brave, ambitious, smart, combative, came into power. The critics of Museveni say that he has ruled the country with an iron hand since he seized power as a rebel leader in 1986. These are the critics saying, not me. Critics say he's ruled the country with an iron fist. Well, some people say Museveni's been good to them. It's very interesting. Some people say the country didn't have road when Museveni came into power. Now the country has road. People used to struggle to travel from Kampala to Entebbe. So look at the map. This is Kampala. This is where all the people are. This is where the capital is happening. Entebbe is where the airport is. People used to struggle traveling from Kampala to Entebbe. Now people travel freely because Museveni has built road. Museveni is building infrastructure and hospitals. The question remains, do you stay president just for numbers? Or do you stay president as long as you're doing good things? I mean, as much as democracy sounds good, okay, you are president one time, then you leave to the next person. Does that mean only democracy works? Well, Libya has taught us differently. President of Libya, ex-president Muammar Gaddafi, was president of Libya for some time, and during this moment there was no democracy in Libya. Okay, there was no change of power, but he ran the country in a way that people were happy. I mean, every married couple received $5,000. Every time somebody got a child, you got a brand new apartment for free. If you want to become an engineer, or you want to become a technician, or you want to have a farm, they're going to provide you with a trainer to help you become a farmer and give you equipment and seeds and money. Imagine that, for free. You're going to reimburse when you want. If you want to travel to go to a foreign country because you're sick and you need treatment, let's say in London, the government will pay for it.
I came here with my daughter for treatment. The Libyan government is supposedly paying for it.
Was that a bad thing? Well, Libya now is supposed to be democracy, is not working at all. Okay, so it's not all democracies that are good, and it's not all situations where there's one president that are bad. Now, who are the opposition? Bobby One, whose real name is Robert Kyagulanyi, pop artist or a reggae musician, has been one of the most vocal people against the president. He lost the election in 2021 to Museveni at 35% to 59%. As you can see, most of his people dress in red, and he's a young man trying to win the hearts of young Ugandans looking for novelty. There's also another man named Kizza Besigye. So Kizza Besigye is another prominent opposition politician. He has been in detention since November. Now, who is this person? He's right here. You can see. He's a former colonel, and he used to be Museveni's ex-private doctor.
Yeah. Those respects, yes, I related to him closely, and I have impressions of him as a person and as a leader. First, remember that we were moved as young people by his leadership and his articulation of the problems that our country was going through.
Private doctor, from private doctor to most ruthless enemy. How crazy is that? That shows you a lot about life. You know, sometimes your worst enemies are not your worst enemies. Sometimes they're your closest people. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, you know, so from private doctor to, opposition. It's been crazy. Now, my question to you is this. In Uganda, are there not people that are young, strong, that are competent, that can do the job? Certainly they are. Now, does it mean President Museveni is incompetent just because he's 80 years old? Absolutely not. Would it sound good that he gives power to another person? Maybe. But unfortunately, right now in Africa, it doesn't work that way. You're going to have to go through elections, and what's going to happen is going to happen. We talk about Uganda again some other time. In any case, Uganda is one of the most beautiful places I've visited. Beautiful African country, lovely culture, great people. You'll really have a good time. It's also very secure. So Uganda is not like one of those countries where you have to worry about somebody pitching up with a gun to shoot your head or no. Security wise, they're very, very strong, and most of the people are happy. Now, my big question is this. I want to hear from my Ugandan people. Are you happy with the situation? We want to know, has Museveni done good things for the country or not? Would you give him another chance as a president in spite of the situation? Let me know how you feel about that. Now we're going to Burkina Faso. Fellas, in Burkina Faso, they've suspended licenses for NGOs. Who are NGOs? NGOs are non-governmental organizations. What are their goals? They come into many African countries trying to help Africans. I don't know why people feel the need to help Africans. Like I saw somebody on TV just going, I want to go to Africa. I'm going to help Africans. What? Help with what? No. There's no running water. No, there's water. Look, this is water. See, this is water. There's clean water in Africa. And this is Detroit. In Africa, there's clean water. We don't need to go to go get water from a pond or something. That's literally cartoons. They tell you those stories. In any way. So these NGOs come to Africa. Supposedly, they create problems and find solutions to the problems they created. They are in Burkina Faso. Supposedly to help Burkina find their way to happiness. Now, what the government has found is very interesting. They say these people are not actually working as proper NGOs. They are busy doing other things. What are they doing? The government claims of unauthorized or destabilizing activities.